It's been 12 years since Diablo III's predecessor, Diablo II, was released. After much hype and a hell of a wait, is Diablo III a slice of heaven, or is it a one-way ticket to hell? After witnessing a falling star crash land to a cathedral, your character travels to New Tristram to investigate the mysterious star. While pursuing the fallen star, you'll meet Leah, whose uncle was swept into the fallen star's abyss. From that point on, you'll meet new faces as well as old ones. The writing in Diablo III hits a lot more than it misses. There are some twists and turns here and there to prevent the story from being too predictable. However, the writing of the characters are split. The heroes of Diablo III are clever, witty, extraordinarily wise, and have good dialogue. The villains, however, come off as nothing but big baddie cliches. While I found the heroes interesting, I felt the villains' dialogue could have been tweaked a bit. The villains try way too hard to sound threatening until its own purpose is defeated. By the time you reach the end of the game, you might not feel a full sense of closure. This is probably due to the fact an expansion might be on the way. Either that, or a sequel. Let's just hope it doesn't take 12 years for the next Diablo to release. Diablo III is an action RPG, which means you'll be doing lots of character upgrading before you reach the maximum level of 60. I completed the story at level 32, so I still have quite a bit to go before my wizard can become the ultimate badass he's already starting to become. There are 5 classes such as the Barbarian, Demon Hunter, Monk, Witch Doctor, and my pick, the Wizard. As you level up through the game, you'll unlock new powers as well as various types of runes. Each power is very different from the last, which keeps leveling up fun and addicting. And as you kill enemies, you won't only gain experience to unlock new powers, but you'll also gain money as well as other items they drop. If your pockets become too full during a quest, you can always transport back to town to sell and repair your items. You can buy items of course, but with a feature like the online auction house, why would you ever need to? Have a powerful item you want to sell? Sell it on the auction house and make a nice little profit. As you venture further into the game, you will gain 3 followers: Cormac, who wields a sword, Scoundrel, who wields a bow, and Enchantress, who wields a staff. Given the fact I played as the Wizard, Enchantress was the follower I used the majority of the game. However, you do have the option to team up with up to 3 friends in co-op mode. But what if you don't have any friends that have Diablo III? What if you don't have any friends at all? Well, there is a solution to that too. You can always join a session and fight alongside complete strangers. That option is still just as fun. However, the enemies will gain strength, so you'll have to work together in order to take down some of the more stronger foes. Which now brings me to the much talked about server issue. In short, it sucks. It really sucks. Though, there have been quite a few tweaks here and there, so the servers, as of now, are not nearly as problematic as they were during the first week of Diablo III's release. However, regardless if you are playing co-op or the single player, you have to be connected to the Diablo III servers at all times to play the game, and that is not okay. When I buy a game for $60, I should be able to play the game whenever I please, not when Blizzard says so. This is my one and only true complaint I have for this game. It's sad considering how easily avoidable this problem is. Game looks and runs smoothly, and Diablo III's graphics and level designs are gorgeous for what they are. I know judging by the video they might not look like much, but trust me, they are something worth giving praise. Sometimes I'd actually find myself in awe looking at the various animations all taking place on one screen. It's pretty awesome. However, the most impressive thing visually are the cutscenes. They're action-packed and fun to watch. As cutscene graphics go, these might be the best I've seen, ever. Diablo III would only be half the game if it wasn't for its brilliant sound design. Swords clashing, arrows being flung, and spells being cast all create a beautifully orchestrated battlefield-like sound. Great voice acting also fills Diablo III with life. While on quests, followers will often ask questions about your character's history as well as vice versa. It's a nice little touch. As for Diablo III's soundtrack, in short, it's amazing. The soundtrack reminds me of the tracks I used to hear back in the Nintendo 64 days. It's upbeat and constantly playing. And anything that reminds me of the Nintendo 64 is pretty awesome. However, given the name Diablo III, you can expect some tracks to have a more sinister sound on the more darker levels you'll explore. Overall, Diablo III swept me into a world I could effortlessly spend hours upon hours in. Very few games have done that. My favorite RPG is Fallout 3. Diablo 3 is right up there. Diablo 3 exceeds on every mark it hits. Great graphics, great voice acting, awesome gameplay, and jaw-dropping cutscenes are all what you get with Diablo 3. And with all the different classes, there's lots of replayability. I'm currently replaying the game as a Demon Hunter, and I'm already having a different experience than on my first playthrough. You can also give hardcore mode a shot. Just be careful not to die, for your character will be forever gone. However, the fact you have to be connected to the Diablo III servers at all times to even play the single player is totally ludicrous. If it wasn't for that, this game might have been perfect. That's right, I said it. Perfect. I give Diablo III a very high 4.5 out of 5.